This video is brought to you by The Fade. All things National Fade League related. The magazine, The Fade. You guys want to buy 12 issues, one issue a month for $74.99. You can get it right now. But wait, if you buy it right now, you can get a copy of Madden 17, the full game, for free. But there's more. If you hurry up and call in right now, you can get the college football preview of The Fade for free. That's right, 24 issues, $749.99, and Madden 17 plus shipping and handling. Call right now, 1-800-THE-FADE. Hello YouTube, I am Ezekiel Powers here, back again with another This Week of Sportscenter, Week 6 of the National Fade League. We are going to talk about some coaches on the potential hot seat, early MVP candidates. As you see, we have a new magazine cover next week and the trade and injury report. But without further ado, let's get into the Thursday night matchup. As you see on a first play from scrimmage, on 3rd and 4, you see CJ Anderson coughs the football up, and right now the Chargers get 3 on that possession. However, he throws it deep to Alshon Jeffrey in the back left corner. He had a huge game today, and later on in the game to seal it, after he fumbled earlier, CJ Anderson gets a nice touchdown to seal this game as the Broncos take a 5-1 record, 28-16. Joe Flacco, 3 touchdowns, all 3 of them to Alshon Jeffrey, 5 receptions, $197, and 3 TDs. See Phillip Rivers, 109 yards and 2 interceptions. As you guys see, Eddie Lacy is out of Green Bay, and we'll talk more on that in the future. But now let's talk about the 49ers, who still just can't get their first win as they lose to Buffalo Bills 14-19. Blaine Gabbert, 182, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Tyrod Taylor with 4 interceptions. However, Odell Beckham Jr., 5 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown on the day for him. He had a great game. As a trade update after this game, the 49ers decided to make a move, and the Giants are just cleaning house. Newest signed corner of this offseason, Janoris Jenkins, is going to the 49ers. There's a typo on the screen. For Vance McDonald, a 2nd-round pick and a 1st-round pick next year. As we move on, and Kirk Cousins got hurt in the 2nd quarter of this game. That's why you see Colt McCoy won a $181, a touchdown, 3 picks. But Jordan Reed, 109 and a touchdown, to Deshaun Jackson with 107 yards. But Kirk Cousins, man, out right now. We'll get more on the injury. As you see, the biggest news of this week, Marcus Mariota is now out of Tennessee, and the Bortles era returns to the Titans. The Bortles era now will start. They stay in the same division, but the Titans get baked Bortles, a 1st-round pick this year and another 1st-round pick this year. All the chance for Marcus Mariota. The Titans owner said, Eddie Joyce said, listen, man, we hate to see Mariota go, but you can't pass a great deal like that. So Blake Bortles, in his first game as a Tennessee Titan, throws a touchdown pass over there to Corey Coleman. And now right here, we're going to see right here, look at Jimmy Garoppolo throws a pick to Parrish Cox, and Parrish Cox is going to take it all the way. And you see right here, 3rd and 11 later on in the game. Look at this, Blake Bortles all day, 3rd and 11, scrambles out, sees the wide open Tajay Sharp get open, and Tajay Sharp leaps into the end zone as the Tennessee Titans blow out the Cleveland Browns 44-13. This is also Delanie Walker's first game back since getting traded earlier this year. He had 2 receptions, 48 yards. But look at Blake Bortles, had a pick late in the game with 394 touchdowns and a pick. Not a bad way to start your debut with a new team. As we move on, the New York Giants they actually beat the Baltimore Ravens 13-7 in a close game. Paxton Lynch, 154, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. You see Eli Manning, 110 and a touchdown. Sterling Shepard had a pretty good game, 4 receptions, 31 yards. And right now, moving on, the Ravens after this game, 49ers are making moves, man. The Ravens decided to get Zachary Orr. They traded Orson Charles, Dante Johnson, and a 2nd-round pick next year to the San Francisco 49ers. Moving on, we have the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints, as the Saints, surprisingly, a 33-30 win. Surprisingly, they're 4-1. Cam Newton, 294, 2 touchdowns. They didn't throw a pick. That's a good sign for him. Drew Brees, 367, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Michael Thomas, 4 receptions, 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. Moving on, we got the Jaguars versus the Bears. And right here, look at Marcus Mariota in his first play as a Jacksonville Jaguar. Makes a man miss, and he throws it to Marquise Lee for a nice, huge 1st down. Later on in that drive, you see right here, he's going to hand up to the middle to TJ Yeldon. Bounces off to the outside, high steps his way into the end zone, and TJ Yeldon's going to dance However, later on in the game, look at Marcus Mariota in the pocket, looking, throws a bullet to TJ Yeldon across the middle, and right there, the Jaguars going to take a 21-10 lead, and that would be the final score of this game, 21-10. As you see, Marcus Mariota in his Jaguar debut, 202, 2 touchdowns. TJ Yeldon over there, 15 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown. Also had a receiving touchdown as well. Allen Robinson, 3 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Kendall Langford had a nice day for the Bears in the loss, 11 carries, 86 yards, and 2 TDs. Moving on to the Detroit Lions as they shut out the Los Angeles Rams for their 5th straight loss. Look at LeGarrette Blount. Blunt force trauma in the making, 16 carries, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns. You see Jared Goff, 3 interceptions. Not a great day. One of Goff's a day he will probably want to forget. And moving on to the next one, we have the Oakland Raiders beating their division rival, the Kansas City Chiefs, 26-21. These Oakland Raiders, man, they have a potential MVP in Derek Carr, but they are a roller coaster team, as you see right here, 281, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. You never know what you're going to get for these guys. But Kendall Wright showing out in a Raider uniform, wasn't doing that with the Titans, but he decided to show in the Raiders, 9 receptions, 147 yards, and a touchdown. Look at this. The Falcons defeat the Seahawks thanks to Julio Jones. 5 receptions, 151 yards, and 3 touchdowns. All 3 of Matt Ryan's touchdowns. Julio Jones had a day. He couldn't be stopped. Russell Wilson, 57 yards and an interception. His worst performance of his career. Moving on, we have the Cowboys remaining undefeated, taking on the Packers. And this actually was Eddie Lacy's last game as he had 8 carries, 23 yards. Changes had to be made. You see right here that people were talking. Josh Gordon, 4 receptions, 108 yards and a touchdown. They stopped the run game. The Cowboys, Zeke did not go off, but moves had to be made, and we'll get on that later on. You see the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Sunday night matchup against the Texans. Andrew Luck, 236, 2 touchdowns. They didn't have 3 picks, but Philip Dorsett had a day, 3 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Brock Osweiler, 2 touchdowns on the day. One to Hopkins, 1 to Fuller, the 5th. And yeah, man, the Colts are out here rolling, trying to get that AFC South win from the Jaguars and the Titans. Moving on, Monday night game, Jets just cannot win. They are now 0-6, losing 49-9. As you see, Andre Ellington for the injured David Johnson, 98 yards and a touchdown. John Brown, 169 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day for him. Moving on, we have the Packers trading Blake Martinez, their backup and linebacker, for Roy Miller III and a 2nd round pick this year to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars really believe in Martinez, and they feel like that he was worth a 2nd round pick. As the Packers, again, more moves for the Packers as they traded Eddie Lacy and a 6th round pick this year for a 3rd rounder this year and a 2nd round pick next year. They had a feeling that they weren't going to re-sign Lacy, and they feel like they can find a running back in this year's draft or next year's draft, and they feel like Eddie Lacy just needs a new change of scenery. And at the Packers, they're not done as they traded Sam Shields, a 2nd round pick this year and a 1st rounder next year for Anthony Barr. The Packers have came out and did say he will play middle linebacker. So you have Clay Matthews, Julius Peppers on either side, and you have Anthony Barr in the middle. That speed and his play recognition is something serious, and that's right here. You see the Titans trading for potentially the #1 overall pick in the 49ers, as they have 0 wins. They trade Wesley Woodyard, a 1st round pick this year and a 2nd round pick next year. As you see right here in the injury report, Geno Atkins goes down with a dislocated ankle, out 8 weeks. Look at Jadeveon Clowney again on the injury report, out for 7 weeks. As you see, the Super Bowl 49 MVP Malcolm Butler gets his contract extension 4 years, $42.5 million. As you see, Tremaine Johnson, a nice underrated corner, 4 years, $31.3 million. Some say that's too much. We will see how that works. And Dante Hightower, 4 years, $35 million. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are your primetime players of Week 6. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Sportscenter. More primetime players, more news, more National Fade League highlights coming up. And on the next episode, I'll see you next week. Peace.